Secure your lender.
Lockdown 2.0.
The governor gets COVID.
And that's what we're talking about today.
Let's roll.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rob and Ange Real Estate Show. I'm Angela O'Hare, your favorite Las Vegas realtor.
And I'm Rob Hau, Rockstar Realtor.
And welcome to episode 12. 12. So how you doing, Rob?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good. You know, the weather's starting to cool down.
Yeah, we thought so.
Yeah, well, today's a gorgeous day. We should have been outside, but you know.
Yeah, this is a really wonderful time to be in Vegas. It is like, you know, up and down. Sometimes it's cold, but sometimes you walk outside and you're like, what the heck? It's beautiful today.
I know. It's supposed to be like 75 this week, which is kind of crazy.
Hey, that's what we live here for.
Yeah, I can get my walking, you know, before I become lazy and hibernate.
I get my tennis, and I get beautiful tennis to play in right now.
Right.
Not
awesome.
mad.
So we wanted to talk about the picture of the week. And I have this client that likes to watch our show. And actually, I'm not going to say his name, but he watches our show and comments all the time. And we're under contract with the house. But anyway, he's selling his house in California.
Sayonara, California. What do you know?
And he sends me the picture or the link for Redfin, as you know, with the house. And immediately I see in the driveway his car.
What are we doing?
What? Why is your Redfin picture, the first picture, your car in the driveway? Right. And I had to give him crap about it. But then his excuse was his realtor used it as the coming soon photo.
And we've told you about coming soon listings before, which means they put it on the up there, but it's not quite on the market yet. It's just saying, hey, it's coming soon.
Right. So it's already on syndicated. Once it hits coming soon, Zillow has it, Redfin, Realtor.com, everything has it.
Yeah, that's a bit of a tip of the week, in my opinion, which says, hey, even though you're doing that, you still want a good shot and maybe at least move the car. But, you know, the best photo possible, because here's the thing. It's going to stay. It's going to stick around on all these sites that pick up your local multiple listing service.
Right.
Like, for example, I have one right now that's a coming soon listing. I don't have a photo on it. I just want people to get the general idea, and then bam, photos are up when I get the good photos. Actually, I've got the photos now, so I'm about to put them up. But maybe a 24-hour period without photos is just fine, because it just lets people know that you've got something. And it also doesn't spread something out there that is not the most flattering picture. Now, that said, this picture, the house is great. So it's not a horrible picture. It's really not one that we're like going,
oh, this is the worst thing in the world.
Right. But it's a little off tilt. It's
the shadowing.
And then you can see that the picture that's in this listing that is actually the one that was professionally shot is beautiful. None of that is going on.
Right.
So that's a little bit of a tip there. And that leads us to what? Another.
Do we have another tip of the week?
Did you know that if you put your listing in coming soon, the MLS thinks that it actually has been on the market?
Actually, I did not know that.
I was showing houses last weekend to a client. The agent just told me that it had only been on the market for a day. I said,
no, it's not. It's been on the market for 6 days.
He was like,
well, I had it in coming soon.
So you really want to have a short period of coming soon, which I just instinctively, I think I knew that. I never actually went back to check to see if those days were counting as days on market.
It was.
Good info.
Good info.
This is a relatively new thing that's happening. So great tip of the week, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Next, we're going to go over in the news.
In the news.
What's in the news?
Well, kind of interesting. A lot going on in Vegas.
Yes.
We just found out recently that our Governor Sisolak has...
What's that?
He has a C word.
Yes. Sisolak has been struck by the...
C word.
C word.
Yeah.
So that's unfortunate. I mean, it's kind of sad. I mean, we don't know how he's doing. We hope he's doing well. The last thing we want to see is that, but it is, boy, it's a sign of the times. It does make me wonder. I would like to know, at least if at all possible, how that happened, because we know that he has been, every time we see him, he's got his mask on. other than some of the candid shots where they show him at restaurant, which is kind of unfair because,
Right.
The guy's eating or, drinking. I mean, people have said that he's not obeying his own orders, which has been kind of a thing for some of these governors. I think Newsom had the same problem.
Right.
But how did he get it? It'd be interesting to know.
Interesting to learn.
Because
Did
somebody...
he get it from his staff, though, maybe?
Yeah, this isn't like the old T-man Trump that when, he was refusing to wear his mask a lot. This is a guy who was absolutely with the mandate, and it happened to him. So right before that, he was talking about kind of scolding everyone that, hey, y'all got to get out there and wear your masks.
Be safe, stay home.
Be safe, stay home. We're going to do this 14th-day stay home thing, which is funny because nobody is listening to the stay home thing. I mean, really, everybody's listening to the mask thing from what I'm seeing.
Right.
And they have been. This is why I find it funny that we're getting scolded about. It's happening in other states.
It's happening in other states. Like Chicago went down in a 30-month lockdown.
30-day?
30-day, yeah. And what Governor Sisolak was trying to state is in the next 2 weeks, everyone try to stay home. He wasn't mandating it. He was just urging everyone, because in the next 2 weeks, we need to get the numbers down. And if the numbers continue to skyrocket, which we are having record numbers, then further action is going to have to take place.
If I could guess, he's going to have to decide on what that means. But I don't think people are going to listen very well. As far as, locking down, see, here's the problem I have. Lockdowns cause a lot of problems. And this is one place where I actually agree with old President Trump. The cure or the answer can't be worse than the cause.
Right.
And when you look at that, you have the economic problems along with the mental health and the general health problems. I mean, you just keep stacking up these problems that I think in the long run people are really going to pay for. It's happening anyways. And now you stack more on top of it, it's going to get worse. And right now, good old Congress isn't out there getting any more, funds to people and the small businesses. And so how does this work? It doesn't. I just feel like it's the wrong approach. You're blanketing the whole, everybody. And when we should be focusing on those who are going to really be affected by this the most. And now it is a little bit of a wiggle here because sometimes perfectly healthy young people do have problems with it. But in general, speaking in general, they don't. And we know who does.
Right.
So I'd like to see us be a little more focused on that.
I think if you're afraid, and we discussed this, if you're afraid of catching the C word, then stay at home yourself. Make your own self-mandated orders instead of dictating what we should and shouldn't do. I mean, I understand in the beginning when this all happened, we didn't know what was going on. And I think at the time, I think our governor felt that was the most safest precautions to take because we didn't understand this whole thing.
Yep. There is, to me, there is a constitutional question, and even there's a Supreme Court judge that brought it up. And when you add up the consequences, I personally feel we're taking the wrong approach, and we need a more focused approach.
Right. Which, real quick, I wanted to go over the panic shopping again. I mean, seriously, guys.
Facepalm.
I mean, I wanted to order some paper towels the other day on Amazon just because I was too lazy to go to the store. And some of them are back ordered already. And we know that a lot of, the grocery stores,
Target was
toilet
wiped.
paper wiped.
Literally wiped.
And, I went to show a house 2 weekends ago or last weekend. And I mean, they had everything stuffed. Every room, every closet was stuffed to the nine of dry goods and the toilet paper and paper towels. And those are the people that are ruining it for us.
They're hoarding, yeah. Here's a side note for you. Free bidet with every home purchase from Rob Hau. No longer worry about toilet paper when you buy your new home.
Next, we're going to go over the market update.
The market is updating. What's happening this week?
Well, last week, which is November 8th through the 14th, there were 628 single-family homes that sold. And the week before that, it was 670. So that's a 42 home decrease from the week before.
Okay. Yeah. Little slower, usually a little slower this time of year, but still relatively robust and consistent.
Yeah, and I think that the median price will continue to rise again this month in November.
Yeah, the fact that we're not seeing any big leap in what we have on the market there. I know that you're having clients go out and look at multiple homes, can't find anything. Same thing here. I had one client that, for the good of them, really, ultimately it was, but we had to go to a builder to build the home.
Right.
If there was more out there that what they originally intended to do, we may have found something and it was a resale. But
yeah, and I honestly think that December is actually going to be a stellar month, just because everyone's out there right now buying before Christmas.
Yeah.
And the open houses, I was out showing houses all weekend long. There was open houses. It was busy out there.
Yeah, it really is getting busy everywhere I go. People are just like, it's time to be getting on with life, I think so.
So for the luxury market, there were 19 homes over $1 million that sold, which is up 2 from the week before. It's pretty good, it's steady.
Amazingly consistent in the luxury market. And one thing I wanted to mention is that we're only talking about what's on the MLS, on the multiple listing service luxury market. So pretty much resales or anything that's brand new that they actually put on the list. But there are other sales that are happening. For example, I've been a lot in the Mesa Ridge community over there in Summerlin South. And of course, a lot of those Toll Brother homes and others that are brand new, that are over $1 million, are not being listed on there. So we have actually even more robust sales than we would show. And that would be the same thing for the single family homes as well.
Yeah, but that would be a separate section with the new home builds. Usually they report their numbers separately.
I just wanted to mention it because I think it's a little deceiving, because we actually, when we see that, we know there's actually even more happening.
Exactly. True.
That's great.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, I had to bring Mr. Prey back after our previous little prediction tiff that we had. As promised, it's been a couple of weeks now and the election is over. So what do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Prey?
Well, I think I did my job well.
You did.
You tried to challenge the guy who knows.
The only reason you went that route was because I said one way, so there was the only other option. There's only one other option.
No, I could have agreed with you. True. I could have said, no, my prediction skills tell me that, yes, you are right.
True.
But no, the Biden wins.
Do you have any other predicting surprises that it's going to happen?
In the elections? Oh, gosh, no. It is 2020, so you never know.
Any predictions in real estate for us?
Oh, now you're catching me off guard. I thought we were just talking about the Biden and my gloating.
Well, since you're Mr. Predicting, you should be already ready, knowing what I'm going to ask, right?
Well, yes. And I think what I want to predict right now about the residential real estate, I think it's going to be strong continuing into the new year, which is a little bit of a surprise. I did not want to say that last time I made the prediction that we were going to be strong through the end of the year, but I knew that would be the truth. But now I am predicting that possibly all the way through spring and summer. My goodness.
Yeah.
There's very strong things happening.
The way everything's going, you just never know, especially with the exodus of Californians wanting to relocate here.
Well, this is the big thing. Yes, I think there's going to be continued motivation for people to get out of places that are taxing them to death.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. I'm glad that you won your little bet with me. Thankfully, we did not bet any money.
Oh, I never bet money. It would be unfair.
We'll have you back after the first of the year to see what your predictions are for 2021.
Yes, okay.
Well, thank you so much for coming today, and it's always a pleasure to have you here.
You're welcome. I had so much fun destroying you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Have wonderful days.
Happy holidays.
Oh, happy holidays, yes. I predict they will be happy. Be safe. Love each other. Have wonderful days.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. Well, hold on. Thank you so much for watching.
Try it again.
Thank you so much for watching.
Robin Hange out. Oh.
Thank you so much for watching.
Rock out.
And do it peacefully.
Oh, rock on. Sorry.
I thought we were supposed to say it together.
Oh, my bad. A is ready. I am ready. Yes, I'm ready. There's going to be continued, there's going to be continued.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed the Rob and Ange Real Estate Show. Leave a comment down below what you feel about our show. If anything we can improve on, any suggestions. I know we had one client that's been putting some suggestions in that we are going to take into consideration, all because of you. So it's all on what you guys want from us, right?
That's right.
All right.
We appreciate it.
Exactly. As always, if you like this channel, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Leave a comment down below, share with a friend, and
Smang it.
Smang it.
Smang it. Smash it and bang it.
Thank you so much for watching.
Rock on.
And do it peacefully.
And
we'll see you on the next one.